Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is a pick a card for the month of April 2021. So we're going to take a look at what's going to happen for you in April of this year, 2021. Because we're focused on the month of April in a certain year, right? I wouldn't necessarily consider this reading timeless. However, it could be timeless in the sense that, I'll give you an example. You could watch this 6 months from now and say, oh yeah, back in April, yeah, I was definitely going through that or something, right? As an example. So in that case, it can technically be timeless. If you haven't as of yet chosen a crystal or a card on the table, go ahead and go back to the very beginning of the video. I do have timestamps where you can look at the cards and the crystals up close. I have a picture clip as well as a close-up video shot of the cards and the crystals on the table. Go ahead and do that now. Choose, pause wherever you feel you need to, I guess, in order to do that. And let's say if during that time you feel led to pick more than one card or crystal on the table, always listen to your intuition. That's 100% always going to be highly encouraged here, right? These readings are general, so at the end of the day, you all come from different walks of life, have different experiences. There's no way that I could possibly expect to connect with every single one of you. But what I always say is, if you feel that intuitive nudge to watch, there indeed may be a message here for you. And if there isn't, let's say in this particular reading, maybe consider checking out my pick a card playlist. I have a bunch of pick a cards I've already done. You can check out my playlist and see if there's another message in there for you. And let's say when all is said and done, I'm not the reader for you. That's okay. YouTube has many readers out there. I'm pretty sure there's going to be one that has the messages you're looking for right now in this particular moment. Okay, so Star Family, with all that being said, let's go ahead and get to the very first reading. Hello, pile number 1 viewers. You chose this lovely piece of selenite. That is your crystal. This is your card. You chose the moon. I'm not going to incorporate this card into the reading because I did not shuffle for it. All I did was choose a trio of 3 cards that were similarly related in order to help you choose. In this case, it was sun, moon, and stars. So we want to take a look at April, the month of April. What will the month of April be like for you? So moon and selenite people choosing pile number 1. What will the month of April 2021 be like for you? Let's see. All right, what do we have here? Okay, the Lover's energy. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So that's definitely 2 paths that indicates a decision. So April might come with a choice, something that you have to decide upon, something important to you. It might also have to do with love. It could be something romantic. Sometimes, you know, love energy can also be familial, or it can speak of friends as well, or a soulmate with the case of the Lovers when you think about the Lovers card in the tarot. But I think April's going to be a month of decisions that you have to consider. That's why it says there are 2 paths ahead. Always be true to yourself, obviously, right? In making the decision or the best choice for you, be true to yourself in that process. But it looks like there's maybe an important decision that needs to be considered this month. So let's take a look to see if we can get 3 cards for pile number 1 viewers for April 2021. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we have here. Oh, nice. The Ace of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles. So lots of Pentacle energy money here. All right, 7 of Swords. All right, so that kind of feels like a little bit of a heads up, a little bit of a warning. In other words, with the 7 of Swords, if there's something you're considering, if somebody has presented an offer, I want to say, especially with the Ace of Pentacles, sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can show up as a new beginning or a offer that comes through, an opportunity to initiate something new. So it kind of feels like you might get something presented to you with that Ace of Pentacles, and it might test your comfort zone with the 4 of Pentacles, because a lot of times the 4 of Pentacles can talk about stability and where you feel safe and secure, and not wanting to give up your sense of security or take a risk on giving up what makes you feel safe and secure, especially with these two cards. Seven of Swords energy. Whenever you look at that card, normally in the depiction of the tarot, you will see a dude taking off with like a bunch of swords, and he's taking a risk in order to do that, and it might go against his comfort level to do it, but he's willing to do it anyway. So there's strategy and clever energy involved within that. There's also a lot of avoidance because it's like trying to avoid getting caught, and there's also like a little bit of mischievous energy in there, right? Because it's like there's the chance of knowing you could possibly get away with it, and then you know that's a risk you take. So I kind of feel like there's an offer that could come through, and it's going to test your comfort zone with the Four of Pentacles. It might require that you take a risk. You also may not trust this offer. That's why it says there are two paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So it's kind of like in the month of April, this is saying to me, use discernment, okay? Because there could be something that feels a little off with the Seven of Swords in regards to the offer, even though it looks good and even though it appears to be safe. It kind of feels like there might be a risk involved, and there's, again, a little bit of a need to pay close attention, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a card over the Seven of Swords. I'm going to take a closer look at that. I feel like the whatever this is that comes through is going to force you to get out of your comfort zone, maybe require you to take a risk, take a chance. It could bite you in the behind, though, sometimes with the Seven of Swords. So there's a little bit of a cautionary thing that I feel from this energy, okay? Let's take a look at it anyway. Seven of Swords. Whoa. Okay, the World. Interesting. World is success, though. The World is success. So, to me, it's kind of giving me the vibe that sometimes we have to take a risk. Sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zone. There's a chance that it could backfire, sure. We know that with the Seven of Swords, right? There's always a chance we could get caught. But when you got the World card here, that's giving me vibes that this is major energy, right? It's major arcana. This is telling me that the Seven of Swords needs to take a risk in order to conclude something or level up to the next chapter, right? Because this is my graduation card. Whenever I get the World card, it's always about a leveling up and a graduation, and it's about successfully completing a life cycle or lesson, okay? The Seven of Swords is that energy where if it's us, right, we have to do something that sometimes breaks character, right? Basically going against our own grain. In order sometime to get the job done. I often call this my come hell or high water card. Because sometimes, you know, you might do something, or you might feel the need to accomplish something at all costs. Or at any cost. And when I think of the Seven of Swords with the World, it's like, you got to do what you got to do. There's risk involved, and you might, you know, take a chance to do it. It's going to take you out of your comfort zone. Not to say that you would necessarily do something out of character in the month of April in order to accomplish a goal, right? But sometimes with the Seven of Swords, we have to take a risk and break ourselves out of our self-imposed comfort levels. So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. The month of April might put you in a position, right, to do something that normally you would be afraid to do, or normally you wouldn't even try taking a risk doing. But sometimes that's necessary. Think about that. When you have fears that you always hesitate conquering because you're afraid of the risk involved in facing a fear, you hesitate, you stay in your comfort zone over here with the Four of Pentacles. You know, you might be wanting this new thing, right? With the Ace of Pentacles, it represents something tangible, something new, a fresh start, a new possibility and potential. I feel like this is available to you, but it's going to take you getting out of your comfort zone this month in order to accomplish or achieve it with the World card. And that's why the Lovers card is here, because there's a choice to make. You can stay where you feel safe, or you can take a risk and do something that gets you out of, you know, your own self-imposed little box, right? Because we all have our own, and they all represent different things to us. We all have to conquer within ourselves. You know, it's kind of like, how do I explain this? Once we conquer a fear, right? Once we conquer fears little by little every time, they get easier to conquer. You're willing to take more risks because you've conquered the majority of your fears. You're willing to try something new. You're willing to test your own boundaries of what you feel is safe. And the Four of Pentacles is a card of feeling safe. You know, what do they say? There's no reward without a little risk, right? Or something like that. And yeah, I do mess up quotes every once in a while. So just letting you know. And that's what this feels like. So the month of April is going to test you in a sense that you're going to have to test yourself, test your own boundaries, test what you feel, you know, you're capable of doing, and push those limits a little bit in order to access this new beginning and find your success or achieve the end goal. And I'm not telling you to do anything nefarious with the Seven of Swords in order to achieve a goal. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying here is that there is a need to conquer a fear or get over what you would normally not consider doing. Because we all have our own self-imposed limitations in that way. And this is about overcoming those things, I think, in order to access your success or to successfully close out a cycle in your life and start something new altogether. And there is a choice here. There's like two paths, as it says. Funny enough, the Moon card itself, and I'm not trying to read this, but there is a path up ahead, right, in the Moon card, just like in the tarot. And this is talking about two paths ahead, to be true to yourself. What is it that you want to achieve over here with the world? What is it that, you know, you have to do in order to conquer your own fears of what you feel is safe and secure? What risks are you willing to take? And I know we don't even have a Fool card here, but oftentimes that Seven of Swords is taking a risk, doing something out of character sometimes. And I'm not saying in a mean way, doing something in a nefarious way to accomplish a goal. That's never going to be, what do you call it, condoned here. I just feel like there is a new beginning trying to open up to you, but it's going to require you break out of your comfort zone to do it. But, right, the cool thing about it with the world energy is that the lesson gets learned and you level up as a result of doing so. You take a risk on yourself, you break free of your own self-imposed ideas of what feels safe and secure. You take a chance on yourself and you learn something in the process of that this month. So what fears do you need to conquer? What comfort zones do you need to get out of in order to access your new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles? What new beginning is it that you want to access? Because you have a choice to make. You can sit and stay still where you feel safe and secure, or you can push your own boundaries with the Seven of Swords and conquer things with the world. It's up to you, right? There's a choice. But whatever you do, always be true to yourself. Obviously, hold true your own ethics, morals, integrity, and all that stuff, right? While making the choice. There is risk involved, I'm not gonna lie. Like with the Seven of Swords, obviously there is some kind of like, yeah, think it through, right? You don't want to do anything crazy. But I think there's an opportunity here to level up with the world energy and the Seven of Swords. To be honest, there's an opportunity to level up in some way. I don't know. You know, sometimes the Seven of Swords can talk about the easy way out. And I kind of want to say to you, I'm not encouraging you to take the easy way out, right, of this decision. But it doesn't even feel like that's the case necessarily. What this feels like is the universe itself is giving you a way. Like a back door kind of thing here with these two cards. And the opportunity is there with the Ace of Pentacles if you want it, but it's going to require you get out of what you feel safe and comfortable with. Four of Pentacles is that. It always holds its coins close because it feels safe and secure that way, right? But it kind of feels like the universe is literally opening a side door for you, like a backstage pass, right? To accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish this month. And that could be anything. It's whatever this tangible thing, right, that you can see, you can touch, you can hold with your own hands. Whatever this Ace of Pentacles means to you. It's like the universe is giving you a backstage pass to level up. Or to get to the, what do you call it? The VIP section with the World card. It's kind of like the security at a concert, right? Saying, come on, come with me. I'll take you to the VIP section, right, of the concert. Like that's what this feels like with these two cards. It's kind of like the universe is doing that for you. And there's a choice there, right? It's being presented to you. You have a choice to accept the backstage pass, right? And test your boundaries. Because if you were at a concert, you know, you're taking a risk in doing that, right? If somebody offers you a easy pass to you know, a backstage or VIP section of a concert, you know, who's their superior? I mean, they could easily get in trouble for that too, right? There's a risk that everybody's taking in doing so. It kind of feels like that's what this is. There is a risk you're going to have to take in order to get that backstage pass, in order to get level up into that VIP section of your concert, whatever that concert means to you. And I know I'm using analogies here, but I'm trying to make it easier to understand. That so you could apply it to your own situation, right? April feels like that. Like you're getting a backstage pass to your favorite concert. Is it right? Not really, right? Because you didn't pay for that VIP. But it's being presented to you. And that's the chance that it's a once in a lifetime chance. It kind of feels like it. You could take the universe up on that offer, or you know, and get access this gift or blessing with the Ace of Pentacles, or you can stay here with the Four of Pentacles where it's safe and secure. Oh no, I don't want to do that because you know, no, that's, you know, that kind of thing. That's why this says there are two paths ahead. Always be true to yourself. Okay, I'm not necessarily seeing this as a love reading. I know we do have the lovers here. I'm not getting that vibe. This feels like an opportunity. This feels like something tangible with all these aces here. It feels like it could be job related. It could be money related. It could be a gift or blessing related. It could be a backstage pass to your manifestation, if you know what I mean. It could be the universe kind of creating... why am I feeling like a detour, right? Yeah, thank you. A detour to achieving the goal for you this month. So, and you know what? This is a laurel wreath, right? And laurel, the plant bay laurel, is a symbol of victory. So yeah, I mean, this is about you having some sort of success, and this success is coming via a kind of sudden or unexpected kind of backstage pass, or kind of, I guess, open door. And you have a choice to walk through it and take it, right? We have sleep. It's up to you. Or break free out of your comfort zone and take a risk. All right, sleep energy always reminds me of a little bit of the Hermit, but it also reminds me of seed being planted that takes time to root, right? Seeds do hibernate in the wintertime. Squirrels bury them in the fall. They hibernate over the winter, and they don't gestate. And they don't sprout until the spring, right? And this could be something tangible that maybe you've been working on or trying to manifest. And then here we have the Self card, and it says there are two paths ahead, right? And then we have the Self. It says be true to yourself, and here's yourself. So this is about, you know, self-reflecting and looking deep within your heart, like what it is that you want. I feel like you've been waiting for something to come through, and that's probably what this is with the sleep, because it's non-action, right? It's a non-action energy, and oftentimes it could talk about waiting or hibernation, where things are in a lull. I'm feeling from this reading so far that there's a chance to reach out and grab something. You've probably been waiting on that long enough. And here's the opportunity presenting itself with the Ace of Pentacles, brand new energy trying to open up to you, give you that open door, give you that gift, that blessing, that tangible thing. Could be a house, you know, suddenly pops up somewhere if you're house hunting. And it could be something like that with the Ace. It's always usually a tangible item or gift or blessing. Let's take a look at this real quick. Oh, yeah, see, look, labor. Yeah, I do feel like you've been manifesting something, and there's a chance to reach out and grab it. There's an opportunity presents itself. When it does, it's up to you to reach out and grab it. In the process of reaching out and grabbing it, of course, be true to yourself. Listen, discern for yourself what you feel the best move or option is. I think there is a back door kind of that the universe is presenting to you for you to accomplish the same goal you've been working on over here with these pentacles, because it's earthly, right? With the pentacles, the same goal that you've been working and laboring toward. Is going to be presented to you via, I don't know why I get the vibe of like a different way. Because the little labor energy, right? The worker bee. The honey is representing a sweet life. It represents the sun, okay? And you've been laboring. You've been working on something, maybe working on a manifestation, physically laboring over something, busting your behind maybe with the labor energy, and putting a lot of your heart into something. You've been waiting for your moment, right? And this feels like there's a traditional way to go about accomplishing the goal, or there's a moment of divine grace and serendipity that is presented to you, and you can take that route to accomplish it or achieve it, or you can decline it, okay? And stay where it feels safe, or take the unconventional route that's been presented to you to achieve the same result. Honestly, this is what this reading feels like. This is what feels like is going down in April. The universe is going to present you with something very unconventional. You have a choice to make. You could do it. You could do it the easy way. Maybe, like I said, the universe is providing an opportunity, an open door of divine grace for you to accomplish the same goal. Or you can continue the path that you're on, right? Because there's two choices here, two paths. Be true to yourself. And maybe decline it because you feel scared and you don't want to take a risk, and it doesn't feel, you know, comfortable because it's testing your boundaries, your own personal boundaries, to do it. You can decline it and keep, you know, keep plugging away, but there's an opportunity here, is what this is saying with the world energy, to achieve the goal and find your success in it, even if it's not through the conventional route that you've been plugging at this entire time. Yeah, you will have to take a look at yourself, right? And debate that within, hopefully discern. But the honey energy in the labor card is presenting you with something very sweet. So like a sweet offer is what this is saying to me. There's an offer here, or some new opportunity that is very sweet, and it's associated, not only do we have the moon here, but we have the sun energy represented in the honey and the bee. Honey has always been associated to the tears of Ra, sun god Ra. Yeah, you know, ancient Kemet, Egypt, right? So to me, there's success here. You have a card of success here, and you have another card of success here, even if this success or this backdoor might come as, you know, something completely left field or unconventional, or maybe something you were not expecting at all, but it's presented to you. And there's a chance here. It's like the universe handing you the blessing with the Ace of Pentacles, and it's up to you to reach out and grab it. You know, you might be afraid to reach out and grab it because it wasn't the way that you had been plugging at the whole time, right? So let's go ahead and roll for some angel numbers, guys. Wow, this is interesting reading, man. Okay, let's see what we get. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice for angel numbers. I always encourage you to go look up the angel numbers via whatever source that you trust the most on the internet. I don't like to give you a source because at the end of the day, it could lose the magic in translation if you don't resonate with the source that I provide you. I always say that the angel numbers may indeed confirm some things already said in this reading, and or provide additional messages that perhaps you need for you and you personally on your journey. I also don't recommend a source or direct you to one with a link, because I want you to find your own serendipity, your own synchronicity, your own magic. And a lot of times on the journey to researching the numbers, Spirit might show you something else along the way. And if I gave you a shortcut, you might lose out on that experience. And I would not want to be responsible for that. And I wouldn't want that to happen to you, because I know how important these nuggets are, right? So let's go ahead and see what numbers come up for you. All right, so we have 4, 8, 483 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number and see what it brings to you. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you in some way, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. To support this channel, like, share, subscribe, click the little bell for notification as well. Every interaction does help this channel grow. And if you're ever in need of a personal reading, please check the description box of any video. The link to my Etsy shop is there. I do have tarot readings and handmade crystal jewelry there that I make with my 2 hands on my free time. So Much love to you. Pile number 1 viewers, this is your reading. Take care of yourselves. Most importantly, though, keep shining. Pile number 2 viewers, you chose this really cool piece of Shiva Lingam stone. You also chose the star card, and I'm going to put that there. I'm not going to incorporate that into the reading because technically I did not shuffle for it. I just basically chose a trio of 3 cards that I felt were similarly related, in this case sun, moon, and stars. So we're looking at April, the month of April, right? What's going to be happening for you in the month of April. So let's go ahead and start with a fortune reading card. Whoa! Did you see that? I didn't even get a chance to shuffle. Okay. Let's see what we got here. No freaking way. Alright, so I love when that happens. There you go, the star. So the star and the star. You get 2 stars. So it says, hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So, pile number 2 viewers, because you got the star twice, things are happening for you, like big time. Okay, like this is, the star is wish fulfillment. The star is faith and hope and being divinely guided on the right path. Okay, it's kind of like, also I look at it like cosmic otherworldly energies or forces, maybe even your spirit squad, your spirit team, your soul family, your star family looking out for you and guiding you true, right? And this is Spirit's way of saying, look, in April things are going to really start looking up, literally, right? Just the way we look up at the stars in the sky at night and admire their beauty. So yeah, this is freaking phenomenal. Okay, let's see here for the month of April, pile number 2 viewers. What's going to be happening for you for the month of April this year, 2021? April 2021, for those of you choosing the star card and the Shiva Lingam stone. Let's take a look. April 2021, what is this month going to look like for you? All right, so we have 1, 2, and 3. Oh, nice. The King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh, the 10 of Swords. Oh no. How could this go so wrong? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick another one, okay, on the 10 of Swords. I think this is still saying the hard times are over because the 10 of Swords is the hard times. All right, let's take a look. What's going on here? Get one more card. Well, not a whole batch of cards. I just want one more card. You know, the 10 of Swords is an ending of a cycle or a completion, right? And then when it says hard times are over, I can't help but think that that's just confirming that this cycle, this difficult cycle that you've been through is indeed coming to a close. I think if you've been through a difficult cycle, I think the star is an indication or confirmation that your faith, right, has pulled you through it, that you haven't given up on yourself or lost sight of your vision. Here with the star energy, I always think of Aquarius. Obviously, star and Aquarius is associated, and the fact that Aquarius energy is very visionary. So it's kind of like not losing sight of your vision the whole time, even though it has been hard. But this feels like you're pulling yourself out of this situation, or you're pulling the swords out of your back in April, and things are literally starting to look up, because technically when you get the 10 of Swords energy, it is only up from here. Okay, so let's see, 10 of Swords energy, what's going on here? All right, yeah, see, so 7 of Wands energy, your fighting stance and your resilience and your stamina is what's pulling you out of this. Okay, so yeah, you have a fighting spirit. The 7 of Wands is that energy. It's also energy of perseverance. So when I think of this, it's like, heck yeah. Okay, I want to say double, H-E double hockey sticks. I don't know if you were like a kid like me, right? You make up, you had like little rhymes and stuff like that in order to curse without actually cursing. But yeah, it's like you've been through H-E double hockey sticks. several times. It feels like maybe several times over. But nonetheless, I feel the Queen of Cups is saying you've stayed in your heart. You've been very grounded and safe and secure, maybe with the star energy in your spirituality, in your faith. And it is that faith that maybe has pulled you through a difficult cycle with the Ten of Swords. You are rising up out of that because you can't be... What is that saying? There's this quote... there's this quote about, and I'm sure you guys know it. It's basically based on you getting up in the morning, and when you wake, every time you wake up in the morning, the devil says, "Oh shit, she's up," you know, that kind of thing. That's what this reading reminds me of, because the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Wands together, you can't stay down. It kind of feels like your faith is very strong spiritually, and you're so confident. Again, King of Pentacles, so confident and feeling secure in yourself and in your path and what you envision. Again, visionary energy with the star, what you envision for yourself. And you can't stay down because your heart won't let you. And it's that fighting spirit with the Seven of Wands that's pulling these damn swords out your back. And the star energy here is just confirming again, these hard times are over. Why? Because you don't give up. You don't let yourself stay down for long. And if you've had difficult time, maybe 2020 was this really, you know what, year. Really poopy year for a lot of people. That really could have knocked the wind out of anybody. Right? 2021 hasn't been off to such a great start for a lot of people either. But things are looking up. And it's this kind of like the universe's way of encouraging you to keep fighting, because you're at the last stages of this difficult cycle with the Ten of Swords. That's why the Star card is here again, saying, look, these hard times are literally over. So please start looking forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity, right? You are safe with the King of Pentacles. He's always secure, grounded, protected, has all his needs met. You're pulling through this. This could also be divine masculine and feminine energy. Maybe for some of you in a love relationship, this could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. This could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the Queen of Cups. Could be definitely divine masculine and feminine energies, maybe within yourself or reflected in another. And maybe overcoming the difficulties that you've had with each other or in the relationship, overcoming those things together, fighting through it, maybe to persevere in that relationship in the month of April. You could be putting a lot of the past behind you. Nonetheless, same thing applies. If this is you, you know, balancing the masculine and feminine energies within yourself this month in April, and finding that equilibrium within to keep pushing, to keep striving, and to keep being divinely guided, even if at times it's hard as heck with the Ten of Swords. But for whatever reason, this is feeling like I don't know why, a congratulatory energy here. Because this is kind of like you've reached the finish line of a very difficult cycle. Now that cycle is over. These swords are being pulled out of your back. You are literally, you know, fighting. You're still fighting. You're still pushing. And this is basically your stamina, your endurance is what has helped you get through this difficult cycle. Not for the faint of heart, it feels like. Whatever you've been through recently has not been for the faint of heart. But I also think that you're just not a quitter. You know, what do they say? Winners never quit and quitters never win. I like the Seven of Swords because it's telling me that despite the odds stacked against you, okay, you're still coming out on top. You're still on the path to your wish fulfillment with the Star. And it doesn't feel like anything can really thwart that. And the reason for that is the Star is divine guidance, and you got it twice. So to me, these two cards together trump any minor arcana of a Ten of Swords. Like this don't scare me. To me, the Ten of Swords is confirming that this cycle is indeed closing, and it hasn't been easy. But you've stayed in your heart, or stayed true to your heart, and you've stayed stable and secure and confident in yourself and the journey that you're on, and your faith in the universe or Great Spirit or the Great Lady, Great Goddess. You kept your faith, okay, throughout the whole process of this difficult cycle. And you have not been able to have, with the King of Pentacles, your foundation shaken. Your foundation has not been shaken. And that's you know, that's very important when you're working or, you know, moving in the direction of your wish fulfillment. You know, I know we're focusing on the month of April, but this feels a lot bigger than just the month of April. I think if anything, the month of April is just saying, look, the month of April is finishing out this difficult cycle for you, is what this is saying. And once the month of April is over and done with, okay, these hard times are truly over. These swords will finally be out of your back. And Spirit is like saying, look forward to the happiness and abundance and all these good things, the positive changes that are coming your way. For whatever reason, this also is giving me vibes of the Bible verse, you know, when you have faith the size of a mustard seed. Despite the odds stacked against you, if your faith is that strong, right, you could freaking move a mountain. And you're moving mountains because your faith is that strong. And we again, the Star card twice. Implicit, it feels like implicit trust in the divine guidance, despite this odds stacked against you, despite the outer conditions all around you, you have not been shaken. The King of Pentacles is so deeply rooted and grounded, confident, stable, secure. Maybe on the journey towards your wish fulfillment, your manifestation, the hope that you have, the vision that you have for yourself and your life. Like I said, this feels a lot bigger than April. Intuitively, there's something the Queen of Cups knows. And if that is you, you're intuitively, you know, taking in this information that maybe synchronistically with the star comes your way. And you're processing that kind of like I don't want to say processing, it's more like translating it. Star also, you know, sometimes talks about synchronicity. And the signs that we get from Spirit in serendipitous ways. Queen of Cups is super intuitive, and she would use that gift, right, to interpret these divine signs or messages all around her. It's kind of like taking these intuitive abilities or these signs that come in intuitively or spiritually with the Star and the Queen of Cups together, and then interpreting them in the physical world. Can I say something real quick as a side note, guys? The last couple pick a cards I've done have just been so freaking deep. Like a lot of otherworldly stuff, like messages are coming through. These cards are giving me a lot more than just basic life-ish, if you know what I mean. And this feels like one of those readings again, to be honest. Like I said, it's like receiving stars, like receiving cosmic downloads, right? The Queen of Cups connects to her heart, her higher self, her intuition and psychic abilities to translate or interpret those messages, then to apply them as the King of Pentacles in the earthly realm. And that also could be the gift that you have if you are a Queen of Cups, if you have psychic ability. A lot of us do. It also helps you interpret the matrix, the game that we're playing called life, right? And these little nuggets that we get, I think I've explained this once or twice in one of my readings before. The little nuggets that we get like this, these synchronicities and whatnot, they are like little marks on the treasure map of our life, or to our best life. I believe that, Great Spirit has a divine plan or destiny mapped out for us to achieve or reach our best life ever. For everyone as an individual, we have like our own individual map of life that leads us to our best life ever. And it's up to us to become aware or awake enough in the game to then interpret these messages as they come and follow the trail. Follow the Easter eggs that we get along the way. This feels like a reading like that, like where some of you might be doing that. So the month of April is basically saying, look out for the signs, the synchronicities. They are leading you right and true. Again, true north with the star energy. Constellations are constant constellations, and they will always steer you right. Again, the stars have always been used as a map in the sky for navigation. They are no different now, right? The ancients used them. They are no different for us now. Okay, it is a symbol, I guess even an archetype of that guidance, of that divine cosmic guidance that we are given. Spirit wants you to know, pile number 2 viewers, that this chapter is indeed over. The difficult cycle is indeed over. You are still maybe throughout the month of April still experiencing the last vestiges of this difficult cycle, but you best believe that the minute, April is over and done with, that last sword will be pulled out of your back, is what I'm getting from this. And I feel that in my gut. Like in my gut, I'm saying it. Like I feel it in my gut when I say that. So keep pushing with the 7 of Wands. Stay in your heart with the Queen of Pentacles. Have confidence. And feel secure knowing that this difficult cycle is indeed over. You have a lot to look forward to. And part of that looks like something to do with your wish fulfillment with the star energy. Again, emphasized 2 times. Your happiness is on the other side of April. You got a lot of fight in you. And it's that fight. It's that fight that's carrying you to, I feel with the King of Pentacles, whatever this manifestation or goal is that's associated to your wish or you, the star. That looks like citrine, that looks like malachite, very powerful crystals. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to look that up. I think that's aragonite. That's also, I think that's amethyst there, but don't quote me on that 7 of Wands. I'm just pointing these out because, we are looking at crystals. You do have the Shiva Lingam. I would probably recommend looking up these crystals, their meanings, their symbolism, because I think there's a message, an added message or an extra message that I feel maybe should be researched through them. okay, that maybe you will get in the research as you look them up. Okay, let's see if we can get 3 cards here. For those of you who are still watching right now in this moment, okay, 20 minutes into your reading, if you're still here watching this right now, kudos to you for not being scared of that 10 of Swords, okay? So let's see if we can get 3 cards here. Okay, so we have bond, and the acorn does symbolize a seed that's being planted. So that does align with a manifestation. And the power of one acorn to create a forest. Okay. Start off small, but then big things become or come from it. Also, the bond energy talks about everything coming together in order to form or create the proper conditions, okay, to nurture this acorn so it can sprout. So things are coming together. Things are with the star. Again, looking up. Don't forget to look up once in a while, by the way. So let's take a look here. Yes, thank you. Look at that. Complete confirmation of a cycle coming to a close and being over. Okay. And growth. Oh, wow. Yes. Look at that. You have grown, maybe grown from this difficult cycle. Absolutely. If everything was always easy, what would there be to learn? What would be the lesson in that, right? Of course, there's always going to be something to learn from something difficult or any experience. If we were given all the answers all the time, if things were always handed to us, what would there be to learn? How would we ever grow and evolve? If there was always an easy button, right? But yes, this difficult cycle, the hard time of this cycle, 10 of Swords, this energy here, the hard times are indeed over. And you on the other side of this would have evolved and grown from that experience. So it was not in vain. And everything, like I said, with the bond energy is coming together in order to nurture this seed that has been planted maybe long ago to finally now sprout, root, grow, multiply, right? Another energy of growth right here and right here. So the acorn is finally going to grow. It can now, because the difficult cycle is over. It has room to grow now because there's no more difficulty, challenges, or resistance in the way. Just like a seed, right? I mentioned this in the first reading, oddly enough, it applies to this too. But squirrels do put seeds in the ground in the fall, right? They hide them, expecting to find them again, right? And a lot of times they do, but then there's a lot of times where they don't find the acorn. That squirrel who buried the seed hoping to go back to it later but forgot it or couldn't find it later, literally just planted a seed. And because he couldn't find it, right, it's now able to root and grow. But the seed has to endure the winter. And the winter is difficult. In order for then the ground to thaw, the sun to come out, and for it to be able to sprout or take root. So that harsh winter cycle feels like it's finally over. And the seeds that you had planted that maybe were hibernating or that were enduring a harsh winter now are able to grow. The serpent energy is also giving vibes of healing. Yes, it's a healing energy. Wisdom, yes. And Also the shedding of old skin, the shedding of an old cycle that does not apply to the next phase of your journey. In order for a snake to grow, it has to molt, it has to shed its skin. So again, more energy of growth as a result of the chapter that's closing out that was difficult. So much growth in these 3 cards here. And then it's completely transformed on the other side of that growth, right? So again, a snake is also a symbol of transformation. Okay. So it's time for some angel numbers. If you're not familiar with my channel, I always roll the dice once in a while to get numbers for your reading. You can Google the angel numbers that show up for you. There will be several sources online to interpret the numbers for you to give you additional messages to this reading. The numbers themselves might actually confirm some things already said in this reading as well. So that's always fun when that happens. I always encourage you to do your own research to find a source that you trust to help translate or interpret the numbers for you. I don't want to give you a source because it could be one you don't resonate, and at that point it could lose some of the magic in the process. I wouldn't want that to happen. And also, not only that, as you're doing the research to find the numbers, you might come across other synchronicity or serendipity that perhaps Spirit needs you to find along the way. Remember I was saying how with the Star and the Queen of Cups, it's like getting and receiving synchronicity or messages from Spirit and being able to interpret that intuitively and apply it in your earthly, everyday, physical world, right? Same thing. So when you're looking up those numbers, you might come across other nuggets Spirit wants you to find, other Easter eggs, right? That Spirit wants you to find along the way. So I always encourage you to do that, your own research, because I wouldn't want to rob you of the experience of finding those nuggets for yourself, right? So let's go ahead and find out what numbers come up for you. Pile number 2 viewers. Wow, okay, so we have the 8. We have 8. 2. And 6. So 826 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number and see what it brings to you. Again, it might provide other messages, or it might confirm some things I've already said in this reading. So if you feel that this has helped or connected for you, please let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe as well to support this channel. Maybe click the bell for notifications. I do upload pretty often, that way you don't miss out on content. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, all you have to do is visit the description box down below. There's a link to my Etsy shop there. I have tarot readings as well as handmade crystal jewelry that I make with my 2 hands on my free time. So much love to you again, wherever you are. Be well, be safe, take care, and like the star, right, that you are, keep shining. Pile number 2. I'm sorry, I was about to clean up the table and I just saw something that I thought was really cool. Your number is 826, right? 2 plus 6 is 8. Yeah. So that feels like more confirmation of the number 826. So yeah, go ahead and look up that number again, okay? I'm going to leave you here. This was like, I'm mind blown with all the synchronicity you got in your reading, okay? So I'm curious to see how this applies to you. So much love to you again. Take care and keep shining. Pile number 3. You chose this Shungite crystal or stone, and then we have the Sun card. I'm going to put your Sun card there. I am not going to incorporate that into the reading because technically I didn't shuffle for it. So what I did was I chose a trio of 3 cards that were similarly related in order to help you choose. So in this case, Sun, Moon, and Stars was the theme of the cards to choose from. So pile number 3, we are looking at the month of April. We want to see what's happening in the month of April for you, what's going on. I'm going to start first with a fortune reading card to see what the main energy is for the month of April 2021. So let's see. Pile number 3 viewers. What are things looking like for you for April 2021? April 2021 for pile number 3 viewers, those choosing the Sun card and the Shungite stone. What is the month of April 2021 going to look like for you? Okay. Nice. So marriage, it says you are attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. That could indeed be with another. In a romantic situation, perhaps, sure. Some of you could be getting married in the month of April. That's possible. If not, you could be attracting, just in general, emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. As the card says, emotional fulfillment can come in different avenues or different areas of life, right? And that's always good to come into union with what will bring you emotional fulfillment. So that is indeed positive energy. You're attracting the things that you want, or the things that maybe are making you happy or would make you happy in the month of April. So I'm also looking at this sort of like a Two of Cups, right? Because we have the two cups together. But let's take a look. Pile number 3, viewers. The month of April, what's going to be happening for you? What are things going to look like for you? What will the month of April 2021 look like? Whoa, what was that? No way. Did you see that? 10 of Cups flipped over. All right, let's see. Let's get 2 more. April 2021. Yeah, definitely you have emotional fulfillment, maybe even a life partner. You're coming into union with something that's going to make you really happy, it feels like, for the month of April 2021. Let's see. What else? All right. Nice. The Emperor energy. Well, that, technically, right, we're still in Aries season. April 2021. That makes sense here with the Emperor as Aries. Nice. Okay. Ace of Wands energy. All right. So this is pretty cool, guys. What this is saying is that emotional fulfillment is yours. Absolutely. Happiness. Basically, the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Both are energy sort of like having it all. 10 of Cups is more like, I would say, having it all in the sense of emotionally, right? Because it's cups. And it also can represent life partner energy. So what this is feeling like is, for some of you out there, you're entering a time for this month of April where things are feeling really, oddly enough, I'm not trying to incorporate the sun's energy here, but sun energy is happy, good vibe energy, right? And basically all these cards feel like that on the table. Pile number 3, viewers. They feel warm and inviting and happy, and just that warm fuzzy feeling I'm getting from the cards, which also reminds me of the sun's energy anyhow. So 10 of Cups is definitely where, you know, your cups are running over. You have it all, in a sense. You're getting to a point in your life where things are looking good. You're feeling happy, you're content, maybe emotionally fulfilled. It could be that the month of April is the month where you meet your divine masculine. Now, gender specific, it could be that this is the month where you meet your significant other or your life partner energy. You find union in this connection that's going to make you happy. And this could definitely be, with the Ace of Wands, a new person that stokes your passion, gets your flame going, in other words, lights the match or the spark within, just from, you know, encountering them. There are certain soulmates and people that we encounter that do that. They initiate something. The Ace of Wands does definitely talk about initiation. Okay, so this is the beginning of a new chapter. For some of you, it could be as a result of meeting someone new, encountering someone new. This person could indeed be an Emperor energy. They could indeed be an Aries, feminine, masculine, doesn't matter. But this is stability. It's a number 4. It's a strong foundation, okay, with the Emperor energy. And it's also about sitting in the driver's seat, in other words, feeling very secure in your world. Emperor does have a safe, secure boundary that surrounds himself and his kingdom, right? It is that feeling of not having to worry about nothing because he has it under control. So it kind of feels like April is a month where things are just going to be looking really good, and you can expect to feel safe as you enter maybe a new chapter or start something new. Some of you could be creating something new for yourselves with this Ace of Wands energy. being very ambitious and determined to achieve something new, because maybe this is something that will make you happy. Again, this is all about attracting the things that are going to fulfill you. And if that fulfillment means a creative project, April would be the time to kickstart that thing, okay? To start it and put a lot of your power behind it with the Emperor energy. Because if it's going to bring you this 10 of Cups by starting it, why not, right? Basically, the time is now. The Emperor energy can speak of that determined energy. It's that headstrong energy. So it's like anything that you really want to attack, go ahead out and attack. Go and attack life, basically. Don't be scared to pursue something, okay? Because this does feel like you're in a good position to attract the very thing that you're looking to create or manifest for yourself. This is about you coming into union with that thing, whatever that thing means to you. If it's a person, definitely this is basically saying you're in a place, or April will be a time where you're coming into alignment within yourself in order to attract these things around you, or to attract certain people into your life if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a life partner, April may indeed be the month where you find them. And it initiates a whole new chapter over here with the Ace of Wands. The reason why I say that sometimes, we have to initiate things like creative projects and stuff is because the Ace of Wands sometimes is the divine spark that gets lit and inspired within us. Wands usually talk about spiritual inspiration. So it could be for some of you in the month of April, it could be a very, I almost want to say a busy time where it's kind of like ideas, right? Ideas are just like coming out of nowhere randomly, and you feel inspired to create or start something, initiate a project, take on a new challenge, especially with the Emperor. And there's this feeling of this unstoppable feeling I'm getting from the Emperor with his Ace of Wands. It's like this is your magic wand where you can literally, you're in a really good position. Your candle just went out. You're in a really good position to manifest, it feels like, or attract the things that you desire, right? And here you are as the Emperor, waving your magic wand and making ish happen, if you know what I mean. I know it's not the Magician energy, but I'm kind of feeling that from this combination of cards with the, bear with me, with the Emperor and the Ace together, because the Emperor is super powerful energy. Sorry, I plopped it into the thing and it just went out again. So here we go, lighting the flame, right? The match, the divine spark. Speaking of, right? With that Ace of Wands. So yeah, I mean, the flame has been lit, basically. There's something that gets lit up inside you. Someone could also light that up inside of you as well. The Ace of Wands is also passionate energy. It's a phallic symbol. So there could be a lot of exciting things happening between you and someone in the month of April. Okay. And, you can kind of gather what I mean by that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm getting vibes of like honeymoon, or that, man, it feels a little bit like butterflies and meeting somebody new, getting excited about a new connection or the possibilities of a new person. But for some of you, if it's not a new person, it could be that you and your significant other right now are maybe taking your relationship to the next level, like leveling it up, maybe to a fiance, or setting a wedding date for marriage. And it feels like maybe some of you might have gotten married in April, or this month of April, and are now celebrating a honeymoon, okay? And initiating a new life together. and you feel very secure in that connection or in that situation. Definitely a soulmate, okay? A kindred spirit with what was feeling like a Two of Cups in this card. So it does feel like sunshiny, happy vibes coming your way for the month of April. You could meet somebody special. The passion, the fire could get stoked with that person. You just might be in a really good place with them. Some of you who are already in relationships maybe are leveling it up to the next chapter or the next phase of the journey, taking it from girlfriend to fiance, or from fiance, let's say as an example, to wife, or from fiance to husband, or boyfriend to fiance. You know what I'm saying? You're leveling it up in some way and initiating a new chapter together. And if it's not romantic that way, this is you coming into union in alignment with yourself, finding your joy, and taking on new projects, putting yourself in the driver's seat to take back control of your life and pursue your happiness. Step into your own self, what do they call it? Like, what's the phrase with the emperor? It's like, I almost want to say taking back control over your situation, or like I said, you're in the driver's seat, but it's also personal power. Yes, thank you. It's about you stepping into your personal power and finding your happiness and doing the things that bring you that emotional fulfillment, to bring you the 10 of Cups, maybe in your creative life or in your work life or in regards to your personal gifts and talents. So again, this is you being in charge of your future, or this new chapter or new phase with the Ace of Wands that's being presented to you. April is a time of new beginnings. In this situation, or this reading here is indicating that it's a time for new beginnings and new things to be initiated. Now is the time to start new projects, new creative endeavors. Go out there and meet new people. Take the initiative, right? Put yourself in a position of power to take, like, again, empower yourself to start something new in the month of April. And April might be that time where you just decide, okay, I'm ready to go after it. I'm ready to do this. And really, with the Emperor energy, who's going to stop you, right? No one's going to stop you. In other words, this is you being self-empowered and then taking that initiative and doing it, because it involves your happiness, you see? Oddly enough, isn't Aries season, right, the beginning of the zodiacal calendar? I think so. Let me know in the comment section. I could have sworn it is technically the new year of the zodiacal calendar. So that makes sense here with the Emperor and the Ace of Wands together. Lots of fresh starts, I feel, are going to be initiated this month for you in maybe different aspects or areas of your life. You are attracting the things that you want and desire and will bring you most happiness. So it feels like, it does feel like happy times are on the way here with this 10 of Cups energy, and then this sense of security. So you can feel safe and secure in that happiness and in the new things that you are starting in the month of April. So I would say, don't hesitate to start something new, to try something new this month. You're in a really good position to attract the things that you want to bring into your life, or to have the sun at your back, right? Kind of shedding positive vibes over the new things you want to start and begin or pursue. So I almost want to say, with the Ace of Wands, like, what ideas do you have brewing in the back of your mind? What brand new ideas is Spirit inspiring you with, right, at the same time? Because if this feels like you in the month of April being highly inspired with creative ideas galore, or ideas galore, ideas that really have the ability to put you on a path to pursue the things that would make you or bring you emotional happiness or fulfillment. I also want to say, listen to your intuitive nudges this month for April, because they're being sparked, like the divine is lighting a spark within you, or the divine spark is being lit within you to pursue for a purpose. Okay. So let's see if we can get 3 cards here. All right, so we have time, wealth. Whoa, okay, that's prosperous energy. So you get the 10 of Cups and you get the wealth card. Whoa, no freaking way. Okay. Wow, abundance on top of that. And then the pomegranate is a symbol of spiritual abundance as well. So not just financial wealth, abundance, prosperity, happiness, love. With the 10 of Cups, like you're getting it all. You're getting, again, the emotional fulfillment in multiple areas of your life. Creatively, monetarily, and fiscally with the wealth energy, and also spiritually. So this is abundance. This is emotional fulfillment, money-wise, spiritual-wise, creative-wise, love-wise. You're basically getting it all. I'm wondering, like, oh, and wait a minute here. We have the sun and the moon in this card. This is, you know, divine masculine and feminine energy represented as well in the sun and the moon. So cool, yeah. This reading is kind of like leaving me with my mouth half open, like, what the heck? You literally are getting it all this month. So things are literally happening for you in different areas of your life, but it's moving in the direction, it's moving in a direction where it's going to make you really content and happy with the outcomes that you're starting to see. The time energy, I had a thought and I lost it. But it's kind of giving me vibes of the time is now. Now is the time to, again, like the card says, you're attracting emotional fulfillment. Maybe the time is now to receive your abundance, your blessings. Okay? The love you're looking for. Now is the time to start creative projects. Like I said, now is the time to initiate new things, new ideas, to put the action and the determination behind it, because this is about you reaching new levels of happiness and wellness with the 10 of Cups and emotional fulfillment in many areas of life. The time is right. It kind of feels like this feels like divine timing as well. Maybe divine timing in regards to meeting this new person, if you are encountering a soulmate in the month of April. I feel like also the wait is over. Also want to say it's only a matter of time. And you had another candle go out. My goodness, I'm lighting all the matches today for you with that Ace of Wands, right? If I can get this out of here. And I was prepared today. I did have candles on the side. I know the last 1 or 2 readings, I didn't think about it before I started recording. All right, so we're lighting fires. Matter of fact, we lit 2 candles in this reading. Twin flames, maybe? I'm just saying, if you believe in that concept, that's pretty cool. And then you have the two cups in the card. So that's a possibility. And you have the Ace of Wands, which is like a divine flame. So why do I get the vibe with the time card now that these things are coming into alignment to line you up with these things? I always say with like timing, right? I'll give you this analogy, like as far as timing, divine timing, right? I always use the analogy of like setting up a reservation at a hotel for vacation. You don't want to arrive too early before your room is ready for you. And you don't want to arrive too late, right? When your reservation has already passed. You want to arrive right on time, right, to your destination. When the time is precise and perfect and ready for you. And it could be that this thing, this person, this abundance, this wealth, these blessings are aligning in the month of April at the right time for you and for your best. Because to arrive any sooner or any later, it wouldn't be perfect. You see what I mean? I also like use the analogy of, here you are, right? Okay, I'm gonna use the crystals here. Here you are on a certain trajectory, and here's the thing that you want on a certain trajectory, right? And the goal is to finally reach each other. But you want to reach the thing that you're attracting, or the person, right? When it's right for you. You ever hear people that say, oh, I met this great person, but it was just bad timing, right? That's what I mean. We don't want bad timing. We want things to arrive, or, you know, the right person to arrive, or things to happen for us on the divine's time, because the divine knows something that we don't. It can see something that we do not, right? We're in our own little world, but they, you know, the divine or our spirit team, they have the bigger picture. So something about this scenario here, where all these beautiful things are lining up in a gorgeous way, okay, has to do with the timing being right. And April seems like things are going to be right. So those of you choosing pile number 3, like, yay, right? Because this is pretty cool. You get wealth, abundance, prosperity, happiness, love, the initiation of creative ideas or projects, and you literally attracting the things that you want in your life in the month of April. Why? Because the timing is lining up to perfection for you. No sooner, no later, but right on time. Right when it needs to, for the highest outcome of everybody. Or for the highest outcome of this new chapter you're entering into with the Ace of Wands. This open door, this new door that you're opening up for yourself. April seems to be a time of new beginnings overall, okay? So yeah, congratulations, especially if some of you are getting engaged, getting married, getting that new job, especially with all these wealth and abundance energies here. Initiating new creative projects to bring wealth, maybe. Yeah, whatever it is that you're kicking off or kickstarting in the month of April, it looks like it's going to reap its rewards. Like there'll be something beautiful that comes out of it. So don't hesitate to take action on your inspirations in the month of April, because it feels like the time is right. The time is ripe, okay? Ripe for the picking, like this pomegranate. So let's see if we can get some angel numbers to help support this reading. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do roll the dice to get angel numbers. All you have to do is Google the angel number that comes up for you in this reading. There will be several sources online. I always say to do your own research. Find a source that you trust to interpret the numbers for you. I don't want to recommend a source at the end of the day, because it could be one you don't resonate or connect with, and at that point you could lose some of the magic. So I always encourage you to do your own research. Nonetheless, on the journey to researching the number meanings, you might come across other synchronicity or serendipity or nuggets from spirit that you need to find to help your journey. And if I gave you a shortcut and a link to the number, you might lose out on that experience, and I would not want to rob you of that, because I know how important a lot of synchronicity and serendipity is for one's journey. So go ahead and do some research, find the number interpretations for yourself. The numbers themselves may indeed provide additional messages for you that you need to hear, and or confirm some things I've already said in this reading. Okay, and that's always fun when it happens. So let's take a look to see what numbers come up for you. Pile number 3. All right, we have 8, 9, 8. So 898 is your angel number. Go ahead and look up that number and see what it brings to you. If you feel that this has helped or connected for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to support this channel. Click the bell for notification as well, so you don't miss out on future content. I do upload pretty often, and every interaction does help this channel grow. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, please check the description box of any video. The link to my Etsy shop is there. I do have tarot readings that you can purchase if you ever are in need of a reading. And I also make handmade crystal jewelry and other things that I post there. I'm a very, very creative person, so on my free time, I make nice things. So much love to you, pile number 3 viewers. Have a fantastic month. By the looks of it, you will. So enjoy that, right? And let me know how it goes for you. I'd love to hear about it, like I said, in the comment section. So take care of yourselves. Most importantly, though, keep shining.